For Cole Palmer, what a 2024 he is having, both of them from 12 yards, and Dan, that was quite a game in North London tonight. Yeah, crazy game. I think we were just sat watching it, couldn't believe what I was seeing, but I think when we spoke before the game, both teams are so good going forward that they were going to cause each other problems, and I thought when Chelsea sorted at half-time, they probably Chelsea's mistakes probably was a lot of Tottenham's chances, and I think once Chelsea changed a little bit, the second half, they went to that back three, Cucurella pushing in, they controlled the game a lot more and looked comfortable. Is there any point looking at the defensive aspect of that game? I think you should always just look at the attacking from that. I think there were so many chances there, especially Palmer. I think Palmer was brilliant. Little touches he makes, he always seems to make the right pass. Just so composed. In fact, Ian, it's the result or the type of performance that many of us were expecting, wasn't it? Well, yeah, we spoke about the defences at the start of the show, and now, you know, even Chelsea winning 8-0 the other day, still giving up 15 shots. You know, even against Southampton, still giving up chances for people to score. But I feel like Dan says, I think that today's came down to just like Chelsea's mistakes. If they were like a lot tighter and a lot more professional about how they're playing, like we talked about Badashile giving it to Colwell, and then he kind of... If they tighten up on that, then you'd like to think that they're going to be a little bit sharper with what they're doing. Did it further cement what we already knew going into this game? Chelsea got some real momentum, and Spurs, well, they're all over the place, Glenn. Yeah, they are all over. But Chelsea... They've got individuals there. They've got competition for places. All them players, the good players, they're looking over their shoulder. They can't afford to come off their form. That's a great position to be as a manager. And if one's playing, they took Palmer off, they've got Felix coming on, who's a really good international player. You know, that's just one example, but they've got that all over the pitch. Now, what that does is that forces consistency, because you're saying, I've got to perform again. It's probably only Palmer that could probably go, if I have a couple of bad games, I'm not going to be dropped. But the rest, they're all at it. Every single game, they're at it. And whether they like it or not, they're in the title race. They keep playing that down, but they're in the title race. It seems like a long, long time ago, but it was Tottenham, Premier League goal against Chelsea. 4 minutes and 45 in, they were 1-0 up. Yeah, well, they started on the front foot. That's what you want in a London derby against Chelsea. They really went for the throat. You know, you see Solanke's work here. He's pressed already one or two. There's a mistake, as Dan said. It was mistakes that were coming out of Chelsea. And Spurs, actually, on the early stages, punished them. That's a really good goal. It really is. Look at the hard work he's put in there. He gets his just rewards. He presses twice. They press together there, they go together, last man slips, and now it's, can you punish? And Brennan Johnson picks out a lovely little ball into that near post. That's a really good finish, isn't it, Ian? You know, the thing, when you look at it again, it's so poor from Chelsea, and that if they sharpen themselves up in that instance, then that doesn't happen. The passes were poor, and then Cucurella slipped. But the ease movement made that goal. It was fantastic movement from him. It was only, 6 minutes later, they doubled their lead, and Marco Correa, unfortunately, from a Chelsea perspective, involved again here, Dan. Yeah, slips. Obviously wasn't happy with his footwear, but same sort of things we spoke about. I think, as I said, it comes from a Chelsea mistake, and it surprised us because, especially that first one, that's all Tottenham want you to do. They want you to go backwards so that they can put that pressure on you. They've got that high line, and you just thought that first half Chelsea would have tried to expose that a little bit more. It was a great finish from Kulusevski. Great finish. It's really top finish, this, isn't it? He knows what he's doing, through the legs, back across the keeper, and there's the slip. Get those boots changed. And that's the clever bit there, through the legs. He knows exactly, drives it into that bottom corner. Really good finish. Look, happy days. Everyone in that stadium who Spurs supporters are happy, apart from Cucurella, who throws his boots away. But at the end of the day, it's how you want to start. Now you've got to think, right, we're 2-0 up. What do we do next? But it's the Spurs way, it's Ange's way. We keep playing the same way. And in the end, Chelsea... Because Chelsea had chances, actually, in the first half as well. What did you make of that boot fiasco? Well, it does make sense to me, because obviously the warm-up is about testing the boots, how the boot's going to be OK. But you saw how he slipped, and it was like proper slips. It's not, you know, look. It's like he's got moulded on, you know, in this weather. You know, and then he's blaming, you know, when he took them off, he's throwing them like it's the boots' fault. Yeah.
What should have been happening is during the warm-up, he should be testing. He's feeling a little bit slick, and then you should be wearing studs that are going to give you that opportunity to fall over. None.
No. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's get some post-match reaction. I'm delighted to say Jaden Sancho of Chelsea joins us now from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Jaden, thanks for joining us tonight. Well done this evening. I mean, what a comeback win in the end.
First of all, thank you for having me. Yeah, what can I say? It was a great win, a great comeback, and we're just delighted with the 3 points.
2-0 down after 11 minutes. What are you thinking?
To be fair, I have a lot of trust in this squad, so I wasn't too fazed. And once we got the first goal back, I knew it would come back and get a result.
Can you talk us through your goal, if you don't mind?
Well, yeah, it was a 1v1, and I saw the opportunity to cut inside, and then I just thought, why not shoot? In training recently, I've been working on my shooting, so I'm just delighted that I came off today.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those with very little backlift. Is that a technique you're trying to master?
Yeah, definitely. Just in training, I've just been working on hitting the far corner, so I'm very delighted.
Jaden, Ian Wright. Jaden, I just want to say to you, what has the manager said to you coming here on loan and playing? You're getting yourself playing. You seem to be back to the Jaden Sancho we know. You know, the touches were great. You know, nutmegging people, doing your stuff, scoring goals. What's the manager say to you?
From the very first day, they've made me feel welcome, and you know I have a lot of people to prove wrong, and I'm just day by day. I'm working hard every day in training, and you know once I get my opportunity, I just try to show what I can do. So today, you know, I'm happy that I scored and got the 3 points for the team.
Nice.
Actually, it's the first time you've scored in successive Premier League games. I mean, do you think we're starting to see the best of Jaden Sancho now?
Again, I'm just taking it game by game. Hopefully, I can continue this form. And but yeah, again, I've got to say thank you to the whole Chelsea team and the staff for believing in me and giving me the opportunity to play.
Nice.
As an attacking force, I mean, Chelsea are going to need some stopping. You've got some real momentum, some real talent in there, not least Cole Palmer. Talk to us about the way he took that second penalty.
Well, yeah, he always does these type of things in training, so I'm kind of not surprised that how he took this second goal of his.
You can't help but smile when you see it, right?
No, for sure. It's just because we see it all the time in training. So you know, again, I'm just very happy for him to get the second goal and you know to secure the 3 points.
In the last few days, in the wake of the Southampton win, Enzo Maresca and Cole himself have been playing down your title chances. But the more you continue to win, the more you're going to be in the conversation. So surely that's got to be in your thinking at some point.
Well, definitely after tonight, it's not in our thinking at all. Again, we're going to take it game by game. It's still early in the season, so anything can happen. So, you know, we're just glad that we got the 3 points and on to Brentford next week.
So tell me then, finally, Jaden, what would be a good season for Chelsea?
Just keep winning. What can I say? Again, I can't get carried away because it's still early on in the season, but we're very delighted with the 3 points.
It's really good seeing you back in form. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you guys for having me. Take care.
Tell Cucurella to sort his boots out.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry. That's definitely going to be part of the conversation in training.
Cheers, Jaden.
Take care, guys.
Jaden Sancho on the score sheet for Chelsea, who looks like he's really enjoying himself again.
Yeah, you can see the way he's playing. You know, he's got a lot of his confidence. His head's up. He's like I say, he's going past people. He's scoring goals. You know, somebody who's on loan, and like you mentioned there, he's got a lot of people to prove wrong. You know, he's working very, very hard in training, and that's the way you do it. That's what you've got to do. You've got to show the people he's still capable. Well,
let's go back to the game itself, into the second half, the first of Cole Palmer's 2 penalties. At this point, Glenn, actually, it looked like Spurs had lost all discipline.
They were on the back foot, weren't they? Chelsea come out, reshaped. This is a dreadful...
Terrible challenge.
Terrible challenge. Look, you know straight away, look, Basuma, he goes on the floor. There's a little ball, look, from Jaden there. Just a lovely little ball in. And Casido's going, come and tackle me. Ex-players together at Brighton. Boom, look. And he's just clipped him. It's such a... Well, there's no defence. He knows that as well. And this kid don't miss from the spot, does he? He really doesn't.
That's a good one as well.
Yeah.
Side net.
Yeah. 11 out of 11 from 12 yards at that point. And obviously that's only going to get better, but there's nothing you can do, right, as a goalkeeper in that situation.
Just got to be lucky and guess the right way, I suppose. But
even that one there, with the size of Fraser, he's going to struggle to get that one.
Yeah. It's right in the corner.
Yeah. Enzo Fernandez, it wasn't that long ago, he was having a bit of an up and down time at Chelsea, but it feels like he's getting a little bit of confidence back in his game, Glenn.
I think they've released him a little bit more. He's not playing in that deep position, because when Caicedo, second half, went in there as well, he's allowed to get in and around the penalty area where he actually finishes. This is a really good finish. I'll tell you why. He's been pressed a little bit, it's been close, but if you watch again, the ball is spinning. Great play from Palmer again, teasing players, taking them on, going down the wing, Noel, come inside on my left. So sharp. Suddenly went up a gear, didn't he? Went up a gear.
Amazing.
Porro might have done better there, but if we watch it from this way, for me, it's reading the spin, because the ball's coming at him off there, off Van der Ven, the spin's going
and it's a wet surface, Glenn.
Yeah, no, he's cut across that beautifully. No chance for Forster.
Just, you just look at it, like Palmer's got them dancing, they're spinning, they're all over the place. Where he was, he's on the line. He's ended up in the penalty box.
Yeah.
Obviously got the deflection that went to Enzo, but it's just a brilliant play. Fantastic play.
3-2 at that point, and then we get another penalty. Matassar was involved in this one.
It's even worse.
Yeah, I think.
Well, what was he thinking here?
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. I think you see, obviously, it gets to the point where he pushes him over, but he's going away from goal the whole time. You just got to keep sending him out wide and let him come back in. He's just way too keen, and Palmer knows exactly what's coming. He gets his body in front of it. He takes it. When I first saw it, I was like, oh no, definitely not. And then when you see it again, it was absolute stone wall.
That's just that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing you look at. Those are the things that your manager looks at and you think, well, what am I going to say about that? Professional football make a challenge like that. That's fantastic.
That's class.
So it's so slow that Forster could probably get down there. If he spun round there, I think Dan, he could probably.
That shot there is quite something.
So if he spun round, he could have maybe caught it.
It's not even hit the back of the. Well, it's only then hit the back of the net.
I feel a bit bad for Forster because I thought he had a really good game.
Yeah, he did. He made a couple of very good
big saves, and he still conceded 4 goals.
That's the problem Spurs he's had to make. In Vicario, they have to make big saves in every game they play it. We covered them in the week, didn't we, against Bournemouth?
We did, yeah.
Forster made some great saves, and he did against Roma. And every game, there's too many chances being created against Tottenham.
1 win in 7 now for Spurs in all competitions, and the pressure remains on their head coach. Right, let's get the views of a former Spurs player and manager. Tim Sherwood joins us now from North London. Tim, good to see you.
How you doing, guys?
How do you reflect on that tonight?
Well, obviously it was a good start, but the start was created from 2 mistakes. Cucurella slips over twice. I'll tell you, at half-time here, and I felt like Chelsea were going to win the game, 2-0 down. And I think the crowd did as well. I just felt like there was a negativity amongst the punters, and they were just waiting for it to happen, and eventually it did. Sancho scores a brilliant goal when he cuts in, smashes it into the bottom corner, and I just felt it was just going to come, and I really believed that the fans around here felt the same.
Do you think that relationship now between the fans and the manager is at a low right now?
Well, I don't know. I think it's a mix. A lot of people wanted to be entertained. The last 3 Tottenham managers haven't been doing that to them, and Ange Postecoglou delivers that. You don't let anyone down on that front, and the lows are a little bit too low. There's no happy medium there, and negativity is in the results. If they was to win that game today, I know it's if, buts and maybes, but they would have gone 4 points off the top 4, which would surely have been the objective at the start of the season. So it's not the end of the world, but it's a tough moment for them, especially when you're losing a derby after being 2-0 up to Chelsea.
Tim, Glenn here.
Hi, Glenn.
From where we're sitting here in the studio watching the game, you're at the stadium. They just look so easy to play against Tottenham. Yeah. Would you agree?
I think they played on. Obviously, it was the 2 mistakes where they scored their goals, but it looked like waiting for moments. Kulusevski looks like he's a threat every time he gets the ball. Son, he's capable of doing something. I just felt when you're here, Glenn, you just look at the Chelsea side. It was balanced, and dragging people over one side, getting in down the other, penetrating down the sides. They've got 1v1 merchants all over the pitch. They've got Cucurella, I think now Enzo and Palmer's obviously top draw players, pushed them forward. Looks like they're playing 2 10s in there, really difficult to pick up, getting in the pockets. And Jackson is a nuisance, he's a real threat. And I think without the mistakes, probably, and I thought they got sloppy towards the end of the game when they conceded again, Chelsea. The only thing, I think they're in the title race. Obviously, you're in the title race, but the only thing that worries me is the goalkeeper. I don't think you can win the Premier League without a decent goalkeeper, and I'm not sure Sanchez is top draw.
Kai, what an interesting match today. See my throat, where they shout. Tottenham 3, Chelsea 4. This is incredible match. It's so. Honestly, I'm so happy today. From 2 goals down. It's not easy. This is true that Chelsea are back. We are back. Chelsea, they really played well. Even the last goal where they conceded that make Tottenham 3, they're not supposed to. But all round, we are good. Now we are topping Arsenal with 2 points. We are topping Arsenal with 3 goals. And we are comfortable on second. Liverpool have to watch their back. Now somebody will ask, are they in title contender? For me, they are. We are in title contender, but we just want to put it in a silent way. Understand? So we want to put it in silent way, at least. Everybody will no pressure, nothing. Let us just win our match, they go. I really enjoyed the match. We played well. Casedo, now that guy is something else. Casedo is something else. Honestly, the guy is everywhere. Enzo is back. See distributor of passes. Every angle. We are really playing well. And Sanchez also. Honestly, Sanchez need to sit on the bench for now. He need to sit on the bench for now. Jorgensen need to come in. Honestly, our defense today, Cucurella, I don't want to blame him because he has been good for us. So good for us. So that's the reason why I don't want to blame him. Even minus the mistakes and the slipping down and changing the boot and coming back, he still ground, lost in head, distraught because of the mistake, and he stands in ground and we played well. Another person again, Gusto coming in and he's played well also. Sancho, for me, Sancho is my man of the match. That guy, in short, Man U, thank you for giving us Sancho, because that guy is a baller. See movements, see passes, that goal, cutting in, placing that ball. Honestly, confidence is back from that moment. Our confidence is back. We believe that we can do it. Second goal, Kai. Honestly, second goal, Kopama penalty. Comfortable 2-2. Enzo make it 3-2. What a shoot. Brilliant shot. He enter 3-2. The 4-2 is Kopama again. Comfortable penalty. No panic, no pressure. Just place it, just enter. Before Tottenham scored their own 4-3. But at least coming back from 2 goals down, that is sure that the spirit is there. That is sure the united team. That is sure they are fighting for each other. Comfortable. Morale everywhere. In short, Chelsea is flying. In Premier League, Chelsea have scored goals more than any team. More than almighty Man City, more than Liverpool, Arsenal. In short, in Europe, top league, only Barcelona have scored goals more than Chelsea. That is to show you how informed Chelsea are. So whoever care to listen. We are coming.